Hello everybody, my name is Richard Kirby. I'm a think tank director and chaplain, executive director of the Stuart Seadodd Institute for Social Innovation, and the pastor of a new church here in Washington State, St. Barbara's of Edmonds. Today, this is the second of what we're going to call weekly YouTube, well, what are they exactly? Let's just call them explosions of love's creativity. Some people used to call those sermons, but let's leave that aside for a minute. My work in social innovation has given me a different angle on things. My goal is that the energies and the ideals and the talents and the skills of all the users of the YouTube community, such as it is, are available together without friction at any given moment for a great purpose. And in saying that, I'm actually, as a math professor, enunciating a kind of a higher ideal, call it the higher YouTube or even heavenly YouTube community. And this is where we're going to start today with what I call Dogs, Death, Songs. This program should be of interest to animal rights activists, to pet lovers, to animal lovers, to people who work with associations like the Ethical Treatment of Animals program, the Humane Society, the American Society for the Protection of Cruelty to Animals. But I'm not here to give an inspirational talk. I'm here to present a revolution in our thinking about the word now and about what community means. I have a dog named Dexter, been my boy for 7 years, or I should say I'm his human companion. You can see him here and there on my website, newgenius.com. And if you want to learn more about mathematics as revolution in society, or new power, the power of the ring, you can go to thevisionproject.org, where I'm honored to keep company with people like Bono, Václav Havel, Kofi Annan, and so on. I made myself the mathematician in a group of visionaries because I think we need ways of thinking about urgency and acceleration. Now, you know Dostoevsky in the Parable of the Great Inquisitor. In The Brothers Karamazov asks the question, if the price of heaven or of the world going on was the eternal torment of one child, one baby, would that price be worth paying? No, says the novelist. So let's try it another way. If the price of culture is that unwanted dogs be thrown to their death off a bridge, is that price worth paying? No, I say. Okay. Is the torture of animals, such as monkeys in the University of Washington chambers of animal research, kept alive to suffer, kept conscious so they can know they're in pain, is that price worth paying? I don't think so. What is the power of animal rights groups? Well, let's not ask that question. Instead, let's ask the question, what is the power of love? Well, if you're a New Testament enthusiast, you'll know the answer. Love dares all things, hopes all things, believes all things. So right now, I'm going to believe and hope and dare to think that the whole YouTube community is going to join me today in becoming an infinitely potent source for animal rights advocacy in very new ways. And here we go with the first one. I call it Dogs, Death, Songs. How many animals die today, loved creatures? Dogs, cats, turtles, snakes, rabbits, rats. Hundreds, thousands, millions. If you read my article, The Animals of Tomorrow, which you can see in various places, go to the internet and look up Animals of Tomorrow, Richard Kirby, you'll see my animals the song of the animals of tomorrow, which, after special training in hearing animal voices and sounds and distinguishing the meaning from those caw sounds and the grunts and bellows and cheeps, I was able to hear the sound of the voice of the animals of tomorrow and their song. And you'll see the animals are wanting to talk about genetic engineering and their pain and their real nature. And I'm calling forward a group of animal rights, animal life, songsters and dancers and minstrels and bards, so that every one of these animal rights associations is surrounded by an association of animal voice representatives. Now here's how I got the title of this little program, Dogs, Death, Songs. You see, in ancient times, or from the Japanese point of view, not so ancient, in the time of the Tokugawa shogunate, for example, in the 17th century, we're familiar with the idea from the novel Shogun by James Clavell that samurai write their death poem, hopefully before they die, and in fact, if they're ordered to be executed even on the battlefield, it's good Shinto, I believe, that they would be allowed to present their death poem before they're executed. A typical one was given to us by Lord Yabu, who was a traitor to his liege lord, Toranaga, in the novel. His death poem was something like this: what is the sky but an excuse for the clouds? What is life but an escape from death? And so on. But what if we celebrated henceforward as a new cultural norm the life of a beloved animal before they pass away with their song? Remember, the death poem is their soul poured into a form like a haiku. As we celebrate the life, along with the death, of our animal companion, we are forming ourselves into a kind of hymn society to celebrate in song and dance and videos our animals. And we must learn to listen to them in new ways. We want to love our animals so well that they will sing their song to us, and we can be trained to hear it. And then we have the song of the old dogs, the song of the dying dogs. And this singing awakens compassion, and the compassion awakens power and gives us power to work with all those agencies that want to hurt animals and retrain them to love them instead. We want people too to learn to sing songs of penitence for those who have tortured, killed and discarded dogs, now dead dogs. So I'm announcing here, as a part of the Lucan Gospel, the year of the Lord's favour, a new time for animals, the time of the Lord's pleasure. For them is the time when a new community of songsters comes into being today, here and now, through song and dance. Dead dogs' songs.